What's happening, fam? Back on your screens is yours truly. My name is Shai, here for another episode of Coffee Break Plugged In, where it's, Coffee Break plus a special guest artist. No, Cooper is not today's guest artist. He doesn't do much. He just eats and poops and stuff and sleep around. So no, he's not the guest artist for today. But today we are graced by the virtual presence of your favorite 9-piece folk rock band. Please welcome Ben&Ben. Hey guys.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, it's good to see you guys again.
Okay, long time, DJ Shai.
It has been, grabe. Pandemic and quarantine. But we're here. Not complaining. This is the best we could get. But yeah, first, let's do a quick attendance check. Okay? Kasi may mga madadrop na po sa class natin. Tingnan natin kay Miguel. Say present.
Present po.
Paulo?
Present.
Okay, is Pat around?
Present.
Okay, Jam.
Absent po.
Nako, si Jam talaga pakisabi. Isa na lang, madadrop na siya. Okay, Agnes. Very good. Then we've got Poch.
Absent.
Nako, dalawa na lang si
Principal's
Poch.
office na po.
Wala sa principal's office.
Sinasabi ko na nga ba. Kanina yan sa uling class, no? Sabi ko na nga ba.
Opo. Nag-counter.
Ano?
Nag-canteen.
No? Si canteen na lang. We've got Kiefer.
Present.
Very good, Kiefer. Akala ko kasi Kiefer, nakita ko sa attendance mo, pero buti naman dumating ka. Tony?
Absent.
Counter-strike po. Kasama po si Poch.
Sinong hindi ko nabanggit? May kulang, sinong hindi ko nabanggit?
Si Andrew po.
Andrew, sorry, hindi kita nakita, Andrew. Kasi next time sa harap ka ng classroom, ha?
Sorry po.
Lagi pong present yan si Andrew.
Very good. Actually, nakita ko perfect attendance ka nga, Andrew. Good job.
Yeah, po.
Wala. I'm just bored, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
You're today's entertainment actually for me.
That's all good.
All right. So, okay. Let me just do a quick info background thingamajig. So here, Coffee Break, we sometimes touch on relevant and current issues, but sometimes also, it's issues that are really ingrained. It's integrated in us, especially for the Filipinos. So for today with you guys, I want to talk about, yes, Cooper. Do you want to go down or not? I'm going to be talking about how some Filipino attitudes are limiting for some people. So okay, let's start off with this question. Now that you guys live together, or you're always together rather, what do you have as a collective? What values do you have as a collective, as a band, do you have that you have to apply at work? Sige, okay, go. Okay.
Ano po talaga, kasi po, di ba, magkakaiba yung personalities namin, yung attitudes, and sometimes temperament. Ano po talaga, patience and understanding.
Very good. Okay, 5 points. Okay, good job.
Yes.
Recitation tayo ngayon. Okay, sige, go ahead, Miguel.
Actually, wala. Gusto ko lang maging competitive, pero wala pala talaga akong sagot. So...
Bida
ka talaga, no? Siguro nung bata ka. Nako. Okay, but now that you live together, what are the values or the rules that you have to make sure that you all, something that you all have to stick to? I'm gonna put the dog down. You all have to stick to, like you all have to adhere to, no exceptions. Like, may time ba na you had to sit someone down and say, oy, di pwede ka nun. Dapat kasi ganito tayo as a band, as a collective. You know what I mean? May ganun ba? Okay, yeah. Andrew, go.
Kailangan pag gagamit ka ng yelo or kukuha ka ng yelo sa freezer, after you get the ice, put water back in the ice tray.
Oo nga, alam ko na nga yun.
Di ba, Miguel?
Okay. Okay. Alam mo, I was telling myself earlier, no, girl, don't ask those kinds of questions kasi you might just start something. And ito na nga, kasi I was curious that you have lived together for, well, you mentioned to me earlier that you've lived together for almost a year. Meron ba kayo mga, you guys get along real well, but now that you live together, you see so much of each other, yung quote-unquote baho nga. That may be literal or not, I don't know. Pero, how do you deal with it as a group?
Well, alam mo, patience and understanding. To Pat's point. Sige, Agnes.
Pero we regularly have talaga din, parang talk. Or yung parang yearly na nangyari ngayong pandemic, naging siya yung tamang term? Bi-yearly? Bi-annual?
Biannually, yeah. Basically twice a year.
So like we have like an open space, safe space kung saan pwede magsabi ng feelings, and so doon na nilalabas lahat ng mga ikaw ba't di ka naglalagay ng water sa
ice tray.
Small things eventually pag di mo siya na-communicate, pwede siya maging malaki. So sobrang binavalue namin yung communication. So that's why we really schedule yung mga band retreats.
That's so nice to hear. Okay, yeah.
I think above, well, di man above, but then one of the most important things talaga na natutunan namin ay communication and the willingness to do so. Kasi, syempre, madali kasi sabihin yung, hindi, mag-communicate ka ng maayos, ganun. Pero, kumbaga, since we're always at different states, parang, it really takes hard work to be able to have everyone do that eh. And I think, kumbaga, if merong sikreto kung bakit okay pa rin kami ngayon almost a year later, hindi dahil wala kaming problema, kundi dahil kapag may problema kami, lagi namin siyang pinag-uusapan as a group at na-resolve namin siya together. So,
that's awesome.
Communication is nice.
Very good, Miguel. Okay, sige, nabigyan kita 3 points. Pabibo kid si Miguel. Alright, you know what? On that point, I just want to say that there was this survey, I think maybe, this is old, 8 years ago na siguro, na parang sabi, Filipinos are very non-confrontational. Like yun nga, like you said nga na, communicate lang, pag-usapan niyo, pero talagang usually iniiwasan talaga nila. Like they're hoping that that attitude will pass, or they would just improve on their own self-actualization, pero talagang hindi. So I guess in your case, kesa nga na mapikon na kayo sa isa't isa, you nip it in the bud, pinag-uusapan nyo na talaga. Good job. Very good, Ben&Ben. Very good.
Yes, guys, tayo na yung best group.
Yes, actually, in fairness, parang top of the class kayo ngayon. Sa thesis nyo, parang kayo na ang best thesis so far. Okay, so although there are so many positive Filipino values out there, like being hardworking, flexible, adaptable, etc., but there's also a fair share of negative Filipino, I can't really say values, pero yung nga, sasabi ko na ingrained sa atin, like the ningas kogon or the bahala na culture, for example. Then there's also crab mentality. So in a musician's case, these can be the people or the background noise which say that there's no future in the music industry. Wag nyo na ituloy yan, or magdoktor ka na lang, ganon. So what's your opinion about this? That there is no, when people say that there's no future or it's really difficult to get in or to succeed in the music industry?
I have
Andrew,
an interesting take on this.
yan ang chismis.
Yun naman siya chismis. Pero
Okay.
aside from what people would commonly attribute to this phenomenon of Filipinos like belittling or not thinking that music was a viable career, ako naman on the other hand, yung situation ko specifically, my situation was that my dad was actually a professional musician. He's a professional musician. And when I showed interest in music as a full-time career, it's not something naman that he entirely supported then right off the bat. So even if my dad was full-time musician, you'd think na he'd be like all in, like, oh, go anak, do it, follow my footsteps. Pero I realized over time that it was something that he told me, or parang he cautioned me over, not because he didn't think it was a viable career option, but because he was there and he knew specifically how difficult it would be. So I think as a protective parent, it was something that he was cautioning me over out of like concern na parang if you don't get like particular opportunities, or if you parang there's a lot that happens to deter you from following it, or like really following through with the choice and the journey of becoming a professional musician. So if you don't like really want it, you easily get swayed by those deterrent. So you need to have that backbone. You need to have that passion. So I think because I mean, I guess that's what a lot of parents do. Na parang it's something that they say that is difficult, but then if you really naman end up showing that you really want it, eventually I feel like a lot of parents would understand, albeit it may be years and years after you start to show interest. So yeah, yun yung happen.
Tsaka parang I think for speaking for all of us din, at some point, magmula nung nagsimula kami sa mundo ng music, hanggang sa ngayon actually, ang na-realize namin ay kung ibabase mo yung life decisions mo sa ingay na sinasabi ng ibang tao na dapat ganito ka, dapat ganyan ka, wala kang mapupuntahan na magiging masaya ka talaga. Kasi kahit pa makarating ka dun sa sinasabi nila, pero hindi mo siya choice, hindi mo siya pinili, parang at some point may realize mo na, paano kaya kung pinakinggan ko yung sinasabi inside, parang gano'n. Kaya yun po, parang reality yan talaga sa arts dito sa Philippines, na maraming magsasabi against you pursuing it, maybe for good reason, maybe for not, but then what they say shouldn't be the reason why you choose to be in it. Kundi, yun nga, sabi nga ni Andrew, kailangan gusto mo talaga siya, at sa puso mo, pag tinanong mo yung sarili mo, yun yung decision mo talagang gawin. And I think for all of us naman, nag-decide kami na pumunta dito. Kaya nandito po kami ngayon na magkakasama.
Thank you for that. Now, going back, sige tayo kay Andrew, kasi nga sabi mo that your dad being a professional musician, siya yung less like, anak, wag, mahirap to, diba? So, and you made it, obviously. Congrats to Ben and Ben. You guys are amazing. Would you tell your future kid the same thing, Andrew?
Ooh, nice question. I think instead of telling him or her or they outright that
awesome.
That it isn't a good idea, I'd more like spend years and years like being open. Kasi I think kids are they're turned off by or not turned off. They don't listen to you, or they don't listen when they think that advice is coming from like out of nowhere. So parang I'd like to spend years being really open, or parang being very explanatory about what I go through, or parang para makita niyo talaga like these are the challenges involved, these are the things, these are the negatives, these are the good things. So parang it's more of giving them the information, giving them the context, giving them the open eyes. Then if they choose it either way, parang sige lang. But if they don't want to, it's not something then that I'd force them.
Galing. So like, you give them the info. Bahala na kayo, basta this is what you guys should know about it.
Para siyang menu sa restaurant na nakasulat doon yung nuts, arugula, di ba?
Tapos, alam mo na may ganyan, ha? Nakakatuwa naman, pati sa pagkain na i-relate mo ng very, very slight. Okay. So, thank you for sharing your experience, by the way, Andrew. And thank you again to Miguel, our very bibo kid for today. Thank you so much, Miguel. At yung napaka-insightful yung mga nabibigay niyo. And I think these are things that a lot of aspiring musicians should hear. Kasi nga, musicians or people in the entertainment field in general should hear. Kasi nga, sobrang takot sila mag-venture because of what other people say. Anyway, sige. Let's segue to your music now. We know that you have a new song out and it's called Upuan, and the chismis is it was written in Dumaguete, right? When you got to your hotel after one of your shows. So, is Upuan born out of yung, bahala na, let's wing it, or let's go with the flow attitude? Or, sige, could you tell us the story behind the composition na lang of Upuan?
Well, I think a lot of our songs are written na hindi sinasadya. Na
On the
parang,
fly lagi.
parang ano siya eh. Pero it's not really out of bahala na. But it's more of hindi mo alam kung kailan sila darating. Baga, ano siya. So ang tanong ay kailan ka kukuha ng inspirasyon? At ang sagot ay yung buhay mo dapat the way you live your life should be always seeking inspiration from everything that you see. Kasi biglang lalabas yung song out of nowhere. Parang feeling mo, ba't bigla tayong may song na ganito. So, ganun yung nangyari sa Upuan. Na, I think, it was just a mixture of experiences during that time. And then, suddenly, some melody or some lyric, some comes in your head. Tapos, dumating siya. I think same din yung nangyari for that song dun sa sa beat niya, which I think is one of its key elements of that song, yung groove niya. Nangyari din siya out of improvisation nung nagja-jamming kami. Actually kakarating lang namin dito nun sa pag-move in together. And then we tried jamming that song. So nung sinulat yung 2019, tapos nag-move in kami nung pandemic na 2020, almost a year later. Nag-jam kami and we jammed that song. And then ganun din, parang ganun yung nangyari. Out of spontaneity, out of the energy ng jam, biglang lumabas yung beat. Tapos nabuo yung song finally.
It took a while, but again, congrats na nabuo na nga yung song, which got me thinking tuloy, meron ba kayong any of your songs in your entire repertoire, meron ba kayong naging song na kasi na-pressure kayo to add one more or to do this song for this project or whatever, na parang, sige na, let's just, pwede na yan, okay na yan, like, you don't have to mention what the song is kung sakali, or you do if you want to, okay lang rin, pero kung meron ba, go ahead.
Hello?
Hi, Pat.
Hello?
Hi.
Ayun, okay. Ayan, okay na yun. Yeah. Well, the thing kasi about us and how we treat our songs, it's not yet done if we don't think that it's perfect. Ayun. Kaya I don't think meron kaming mga songs na, sige, pwede na yan. Kasi hindi kami nagsisettle for pwede na yan. Like, always, the best we can give.
Yeah. Galing. Oh, yeah.
Like, yung songs namin, like what we always say, dami sabi ni Pat, na we don't stop until kung ano yung hinihingi ng song. In a way, kasi parang buhay yung song eh. So, pag nahanap na namin yung, we can say yung soul ng song, kaya kami nag-jam kasi hinahanap namin yung babagay sa kanya kung para malabas talaga yung message na sinasabi ng song. So, ibig sabihin parang hindi lang namin pipiliin na okay na yung melody na yan or like that's why we enjoy jamming, we enjoy being in the studio, working out the recordings of any song. Kasi we always want to give justice to the song.
Okay, sige. So, on the flip side, whom of you, talagang laglagan portion, whom of you is the most yung perfectionist when it comes to the song? Yun, before putting it out, before actually saying that this is great, bakit nakangiti na kayo? Pero sige, sino sa tingin niyo yung ganun? Si Poch? Talaga?
Sa'yo wala eh. Just.
Sige, ilaglag niyo mga wala dito. Go!
Actually, kaya siya wala kasi he's working on the album eh. He's very particular with everything, which we super appreciate. Yes, kasi magaling siya doon eh. So,
ang galing ng pagsabi mo Very positive pa rin. Go, Miguel.
Sa reglo nung song kasi, may mga bagay na kung saan naririnig talaga, parang siguro hindi mo na siya mapipinpoint kung ano ba yung naririnig mo dun sa Pero sabi niya, at saka sabi rin naman namin, nafe-feel mo siya. So may mga elemento na ganun eh. So si Poch, sobrang OC niya talaga sa lahat ng mga ganun na parang, wala pa siya doon eh. Hindi pa siya So ngayon, nandun siya ngayon. Yun yung sinasabi niya.
Okay. O sige, dyan ka na lang muna. Tapusin mo yan kami. Mag-interview muna kami sa Easter Rock. Okay. Ang galing. So, I guess, thank you to Poch for being so OC. Because I'm sure that's one of the reasons why, Ben and Ben's music is just chef's kiss. Okay. Now, going back to Bahala Na, yung attitude na ngayon. Last question ko about it before we ask you more of the song. Bakit sa tingin nyo kay Batman binabahala ang lahat? Baka lang may makakasagot sa inyo. Sige, Andrew.
I think it's because Batman is rich.
Okay. And it sounds nice to say bahala na si Batman. Pwede kasi bahala na si Iron Man.
Joke lang.
Hindi magandang ano. I'm also kidding. Joke lang yun.
Si Batman kasi a lot of people really look up to Batman. So parang kung walang ibang gagawa or walang ibang mag-act on my problems, I'll expect my hero to come and save me and punch my problems away. So wala siyang actual powers.
Bakit hindi pwedeng si Wonder Woman? Marami rin naman nag-look up kay Wonder Woman.
Nasa rhyming kasi siya, di ba? Hindi naman rhyming. Just be.
The play of,
B.
there's a parts of speech na ganun. Na the B thing. Anyway. Okay, fine.
Bahala na
si Batman. Doesn't sound right. Yeah, okay. So, bahala na si Batman. Although, guys, as you know, with what Ben and Ben just shared with us, it's not always bahala na. You know what I mean? But anyway, sige. So, let's go back to your song. Could you tell us more details about Upuan? Like, where can we listen to it, of course?
Upuan was released a couple of weeks ago, and it's one of our newest songs. It's out everywhere on YouTube, on Spotify, and for that song, there's a dream collaboration for it, and we're working hard to make it happen. So watch out for that. Hopefully, fingers crossed, mangyayari siya. So, yun pa lang so far. Ang masasabi namin about it. Yun.
Yes.
Okay, pasang-awa ka ata feel ko, Paolo, ha? Pero okay lang, pasado ka pa rin. No, it's good. Okay, now how about your sophomore album? What are the developments on it? Or, could you give us a spoiler, a teaser, or any info that you could share with us?
Wala. Grabe.
Like,
Kailangan nyo siya mapakinggan. Pero, hindi pa tapos si Fox. Very grabe.
Si Fox talaga kasi, pero like, wow.
So, yes, wow. Wow.
I think yung album kasi sa sobrang binibigyan namin siya ng pagmamahal. Kahit yung mismong pagkwento lang about it, gusto naming maging special. Kasi nga, siya, parang konsepto siya eh. So, abangan nyo na lang muna sa ngayon. Basta alam nyo pong maglalabas kami, pero antayin nyo yung mga kwento namin about it.
Parang feel ko nagpipigil na nga kayo ngayon. Like, I have a feeling that's so much to share to us. Well, I guess for now, all we could say is we can't wait for that to happen. We can't wait for the next interview where we talk about your sophomore album. But for now, that is all the time we have. Thank you so much, Ben and Ben, for sharing, for making laglag your other bandmates and all that. Thank you. And
thanks for always having us.
Of course, kayo ba ang lakas niyo sa akin, guys? Please. Sa sobrang lakas, sinasabi ko sa inyo, kung gusto niyo activity wherever, like, what I was saying earlier, I got you, boo. Okay, final question. Where can we stalk you guys? Your social media accounts.
You can follow us everywhere on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Ben and Ben Music, and Spotify and YouTube. Our songs are and all other streaming platforms, Apple Music. We're everywhere. So just search up Ben and Ben, guys. And we hope you listen to our newest songs, Upuan, Magpahinga. And we also came out with a collaborative version of SB19's song Mapa. So it's a band version of Mapa. And if you haven't seen the performance yet, it's on YouTube on SB19's YouTube channel and on their Spotify. So please continue to watch and stream. And thank you so much for always being there. Kayo ang aming liwanag. Thank you, guys.
Aww, thank you so much, Miguel, Paolo, Pat, Kyver, Agnes, and Andrew. You guys are awesome, and I guess that's all the time we have for now. Thank you so much, guys. Once again, my name is Shai, and this has been Coffee Break Plug-in. See you guys next time. Bye.
You guys. See you. Thank you.